What is action? What is inaction? As to this, even the wise are bewildered. I will declare to you what action is, knowing which you will be delivered from evil. This is a very beautiful verse. Arjuna knows that the ancients did many different types of works, so there's a lot of confusion in his mind. One great personality took one road, and another great personality took another road. There is not just one path, and Arjuna is therefore confused as to what he should do. Shri Krishna has told Arjuna in the last verse that he should work as the ancients did in former times, and therefore Arjuna wants to understand what types of work he should do, because all actions have some form of fault or the other. Remember this, all actions have some form of fault or the other. Any action that you do will have a fault attached to it. Just like a shadow follows a person, in the same way, no action can possibly be without faults. Even the act of breathing, when you breathe warm air, it kills microbes in the air. Every action, even breathing, has faults. Shri Krishna says that this is correct. See here that the word kaviyo is used. The first word in the second line, it comes from kavi. Who knows what a kavi is? Basic. Poet, yeah? Yeah. Kavi has many meanings. Over here, it means in Gujarati, Hindi means a poet. Over here in Sanskrit, it means a wise person. When we say the word kavi, then it immediately think that it's someone who writes poems. But a kavi is a very high level. It means a wise person. It means an intelligent person. In Bengal, the doctors in ancient times were called kavis, such as Kaviraj or Vedraj. They are people that know. The word kavi is associated with wisdom. The scriptures give the definition of kavi as Kauti Bhakte Upatachi iti kavi, meaning one who gives discourses to devotees about God is a kavi. Such a person advances on the path of God and gives discourses to others about this. This is a true kavi. Shri Krishna says in this verse that, look at this, even the wise are bewildered about what action is and what inaction is. Shri Krishna will now tell Arjuna what actions are so that he becomes liberated when he knows about them. You have to understand fully the fact that even wise people are bewildered as to what action is. We often find in life that we don't know what to do. It's very easy to say that one should tell the truth, not tell lies, do certain things every day, give donations to charity, etc. Even the giving of donations to charity raises the question of what type of donations we should give. People say that we should make worthy donations, and when they say this, the question arises of what a worthy donation is. People say that they give donations thinking that they're worthy. Then we need to find out if the person receiving the donations is not making the wrong use of it. It's written in our scriptures that Kruta Karata Anumodita, meaning ignorance of the fact is not an excuse. If a car stops at a signal, a beggar comes out and you give the beggar £5, it doesn't happen so much here, probably in India, you give him 5 rupees, and if the beggar uses the 5 rupees to drink alcohol, then starts a fight with someone and kills that person, then what has happened? You've become an accomplice to that sin. This is because it is only as a result of you giving that beggar 5 rupees that he killed that person. If you had not given that money to the beggar, then he would have not drunk the alcohol. If you had not given him 5 rupees, you may not have given it, but you gave him that chance. You have given him that power. You opened the door for him so that he could go ahead. You did not know at the time of giving that he would go and kill someone, but it happened as a result of your money. Ignorance of the fact is not an excuse. If you say that you don't know about it, then this will not do. It happened, and the consequence of your action proved this. This could turn around your world completely, because you've been thinking up until now that you've only been doing good deeds after good deeds. That is why it says in this verse that even the wise people are bewildered as to what action is. Shutvina bina shutasya bina neko rishi yasya vacha pramanya, meaning different mantras say different things. Even the rules are different. For example, we have the Yagnavalkya Smriti, Vaishishya Smriti, which are penal codes. Rules was stated societies because they are contemporary of their times. One saint or wise person would say one thing, and another saint would say another thing. And there is no one rishi whose rules we should consider as above all else. Then what should we do? We have been told very straightforwardly, Mahajonaya Nagashvantara, meaning, whenever you have difficulties in life, then you should do as the great personalities did. For example, you could do what the president did, but then, not all presidents are the same. If you want to follow your righteous duty or dharma, how should you do it? All religions in the world say to follow the path of truth, but everyone has different views as to what the truth is. If you wish to say the truth all the time, then great personalities can be used as examples. The first is Harishchandra. Who's heard of King Harishchandra? King Harishchandra. In his dream, he told the Rishi Vishwamitra, who was the guru of Ram, that whenever he wanted anything, then he should come to him. This is in a dream. One time in reality, the King Harishchandra was sitting in his royal court. Vishwamitra came and reminded him about his promise in the dream and asked for his kingdom. Harishchandra stepped down from the throne. This is how truthful he was. He stepped down and his wife Taramiti came with him. Harishchandra had given this word in a dream, and still his wife left the throne to fulfill her husband's promise. If there was a Tara today, then would she leave her flat for her husband? If anyone's viewing is called Tara, forgive me if your name is Tara, but it's just used as an example. She would tell her husband that he can go, but she will not because the flat is in her name. She would show a share certificate or a flat certificate proving that she's the owner, and she would tell her husband to go. Harishchandraji, Taramiti, and their son Rohit all left together. This is such a great example to demonstrate truth. Harishchandra was the ideal of truth. One who fulfills a promise made in a dream in real life is Harishchandra. In reality, we go to an extreme and do not even fulfill a promise made in real life, let alone a dream. How can we bridge that gap? A person promises everything to so many people, breaks so many of them, and lets the matter rest. Harishchandra could fulfill all of these promises. Should we therefore become Harishchandra? He is one great personality. The second is Shri Krishna himself. Shri Krishna has lied so many times that he even made a truthful person called Yudhishthira tell a lie. Narova Kunjanova. When Ashwadama, who is the son of Drona, who is a teacher of the Pandavas and the Kauravas in the Mahabharata, used the Brahma Sutra, which was an unchallengeable weapon, on Uttara's womb. Uttara was the wife of Abhimanyu, who was Arjun's son, who died during the war. He used the weapon, Brahmashatra, at Uttara's womb, so the Pandav clan could be finished. Shri Krishna said at that time, if I have never lied in my life, if I have never stolen anything in my life, if I have never fled the battlefield in my life, then Uttara's womb will be protected until birth. History proves the fact that Parikshit, the central figure who was born in the end. Therefore, who shall we see as an ideal? Harishchandra or Shri Krishna? Because Shri Krishna is a supreme being. His truth is something different. During the Mahabharata war, Drona, from the other side, was fighting in such a way that it looked as if he would finish the entire Pandav army. How then would they be able to form this kingdom of righteousness? There was only one way to stop Dronacharya. They had to find his weak point. Drona's son, Ashwatthama, was his weak point. Look how God's intelligence works in the war. Drona had sold his principles in order so that his son Ashwatthama could drink milk. Such a shining Brahman, radiant Brahman such as Drona, sold his wisdom and became employed by the Kauravas on the other side. If Drona could sell his principles for his son Ashwatthama, then what could Drona not do for him? His son was his weak point. Shri Krishna held on to this. It is a strategy in the war that you should find your enemy's weak point and you should attack that weak point. If Drona were told that Ashwatthama died, then Drona's senses would fall weak and he would not fight. He would lose his motivation and interest in fighting. Shri Krishna was so forward-thinking that he knew who Drona... the question was, if Drona was told that Ashwatthama is dead, then would he believe it? Shri Krishna was so forward-thinking that he knew who Drona would come to ask. Who would he ask? Who would Drona ask? Drona trusted one person, and that was Yudhishthir. Before he started the rumor of Ashwadama, he told Yudhishthir that what he was going to do, and he told him that Drona would come to Yudhishthir. Shri Krishna told Yudhishthir that if Drona came to him and asked him if Ashwadama had been killed, then Yudhishthir should say yes. Ashwadama hata, meaning Ashwadama is dead. Yudhishthir asked Shri Krishna, how could he say this? Because Ashwadama hasn't been killed. Shri Krishna told him not to worry because he would kill an elephant by the name of Ashwadama, so Yudhishthir would not be lying. Yudhishthir said that he would not be able to do this because this is an elephant, and Drona would come to him asking about his own son. Yudhishthir's truth was the truth of words. Shri Krishna's truth was not the truth of words, but the truth of meaning and consequence. Yudhishthir said, Nameva Amruta Prara, meaning that his speech would not let him tell a lie. This was Yudhishthir's weakness. Truth can become a person's weakness as well as his strength. Shri Krishna told him that he should therefore tell Drona, yes, Ashwadama is dead, but Ashwadama is an elephant. Shri Krishna then told the soldiers on their side that when Drona comes, then they should remain silent. But when Drona would come to ask Yudhishthir whether Ashwadama really died, then Yudhishthir would say, Ashwadama hata. Until then, they are to remain silent. But as soon as Yudhishthir says Ashwadama hata, they should make so much noise that Drona would not be able to hear the end of the sentence. Shri Krishna is a master planner. It all went according to plan in the end. This is Shri Krishna's truth. What difference did it make to Shri Krishna if Ashwadama died, or if the Pandavas or the Kauravas won the war? Shri Krishna's Dwarka was going to stay being built out of gold, and not one bit of it was going to be lost. It did not matter to him who won the war out of the Pandavas and the Kauravas. However, he did this, remember, Shri Krishna lied because there was no selfish interest of his. He did this so that a kingdom of righteousness could be created. Hi, there's a handout over there. This is a truth. Which of these paths of truth should we take? Harishchandra's truth or Shri Krishna's truth? Does every religion believe in ahimsa, non-violence? Yeah. Ahimsa paramo dharma, meaning non-violence is the highest dharma. On one hand, we have Sri Ram's violence, and on the other hand, we have Shri Krishna's violence. Sri Ram did the war of Ramayan because Ravan took his wife Sita. So many people died from this war, including monkeys and bears from their sides and demons from the other side. So many people died through this violence. The reason for this violence was because Ravan kidnapped Sita and Ram wanted his wife back. So many people die because of this? On the other hand, we have an event from the Saint Eknath in medieval times in India. Eknath, he was a devotee of Ram. Eknath was a saint of Maharashtra. His wife was very cultured. The Brahmins with vested interests in the town hired a man to irritate Eknath so his mind would not stay on his devotion and he would become a common person, an ordinary person, and therefore people would go away from him. The person would think of new things every day to irritate Eknath. The saint would not get irritated or frustrated. One day they were seated and eating, and a hired person came running around without shoes on his house. The saint asked him why he so impatiently wanted to meet him that he forgot to wear his shoes. He told him, no problem, come and wait here and sit with us. The hired man thought that Eknath would get angry because he was not wearing shoes and had dirty feet, but Eknath did not do so. He sat down to eat, and Eknath's wife started serving him. The hired man was sitting there thinking what he can do to make Eknath angry. Eknath's wife leant down to serve the man. They sat on the floor at the same time, and the man jumped and sat on Eknath's wife. The saint told him, why have you climbed there? Come back down, otherwise you'll get hurt. The man was hurting his wife so much, yet Eknath did not get angry with him. He was more concerned about this man getting hurt. This is how much ahimsa, non-violence, he had. Then on the other hand, you have Sri Ram's violence. Who should we idealize, Sri Ram or the saint? All religions say that we should respect our parents or elders. Pitru Devo Bhava, see your parents as God. All religions say this. On one hand, you have the ideal of Sri Ram. His stepmother, Kaikeyi, told him a wish to his father, and he went to live in the forest for 14 years. That's Sri Ram, fulfilling everything his parents said. On the other hand, you have Prahlad. Who knows Prahlad? Prahlad was a devotee of Vishnu. His father, Hiranyakashipu, was a demon. Okay? We have Prahlad. He didn't listen to his father, Hiranyakashipu, who told him to forget God and not to worship Vishnu. He did not do so. I'm not going to say the full story because it's in this blue book, in the Srimad Bhagavat, but further events happened, after which in the end, Prahlad became an instrument for Hiranyakashipu's death. Hiranyakashipu had all the boons. He could not be killed on land or water, during day or night, inside his home or outside, by a human or an animal. However, he forgot to ask Brahma, the god, if he could be protected from his son becoming an instrument for his death, and in the end, his son became the reason for his death. Who should we make our ideal? Sri Ram, who always obeyed his father's wishes, or Prahlad, who did not listen to Hiranyakashipu? If we say that we should only obey our parents' wishes when they are right and not when they are wrong, then this is still us making the decision of what is right. This ultimately results in you doing what your parents say if you like it, and not if you don't like it. This cannot be a good standard. Prahlad became the instrument of Hiranyakashipu's death because Hiranyakashipu was unrighteous. How can we decide what is righteous and what is unrighteous? Look what it says here. Even the wise are bewildered as to which actions they should perform. There is only one way. Whatever you do, do it with fluency. Do it with fluency. This question has been asked in relation to performing actions all over the world ever since humans started thinking. They've been bewildered by this question from the beginning. What actions should they perform? Because remember, there are no actions that are totally innocent. In the Mahabharata, Bhishma gives a very good answer to this question. He says that you should behave with others in a way that you would like them to behave with you, and that you should not behave with others in a way that you would not like them to behave with you. I'll repeat again. You should behave with others in the way that you would like them to behave with you, and you should not behave with others in the way you would not like them to behave with you. If you like it, when someone talks to you with respect, then you should talk to others with respect. This is the right way to behave with others. If you do not like it when someone insults you, then you should not insult others. If you do this, then it will be a sin. If you like it when people tell you the truth, then you should tell the truth to others. If you do not like it when people lie to you, then if you lie to others, then it's a sin. If you do not like it when someone comes to your house and takes your things, then that means that you should not go to someone's house and take something without them asking. If you do this from someone's house, then it's sin and robbery, and we have to decide this ourselves. The funny thing is that people become judges themselves in that you need and in doing that, you need an absolutely high degree of honesty. There can be no leeway in this. If you tell someone that he will take you take 3 aubergines from them, and you take 10, then it is you that has decided this. Do things to others which you like them to do to you. Otherwise, there can be no set standard for karmas, for actions. An action that can be right in one circumstance can be wrong in another circumstance. A mother has 2 children, one aged 6 and another aged 12. They're both boys. The boy aged 12 sits down to eat, and the mother gives him 10 chapatis. On the other hand, she gives 5 chapatis to the boy aged 6, and if he asks for more, then she would say no, because your stomach is full. The boy aged 6 complains that the mother gives more chapatis to the boy aged 12, and the mother tells him that when he turns 12, she'll give him 10 chapatis. But if the mother gives the boy aged 6 10 chapatis, just like the boy aged 12, then it will be a good deed for the boy aged 12, because it would aid his physical development, but not for the boy aged 6, because it will be too much for him. Therefore, an action that is right in one circumstance can be wrong in another circumstance. It's very difficult to decide about actions, and you look at what it says here, even the wise are bewildered about this. The circumstances in which you perform actions are very important. Shri Krishna clarifies this a little in the next verse. verse 17.